Welcome one, welcome all back to the channel, and today it's going to be you, me, and Shockwave makes 3 in the latest GotBot True review. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, your most humble of hosts, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot. As always, please like, comment, share, of course. More important than ever now, please subscribe, and while you're at it, hit that notification bell, man, because it lets you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. Plus, it helps me out tremendously. Check out Machinery of Man, The Everything Factor, Transformers Collectors, NL, and the Autobot family. Have a look for me everywhere across social media. All those links are in the description. And this is a version of Shockwave. It is the KBB KO model kit version of Shockwave. Now, we've looked at a couple of these KBB lads fairly recently, being Grimlock and Optimus. Sadly, I don't have access to the Megatron. If I ever do, hey, we'll have a look at that too. But a lot of people will probably recognize this guy best as the like a version of the little Shockwave that came with Warbotron. And the orange will probably give you an indication that this isn't the Shockwave that most of us are used to. This is, in fact, an homage to the Action Master version of Shockwave. A lot of weird oddities with this little guy, and we're going to go through them all when we head over to the table and take a closer look at this guy. And man, if you like the character Shockwave, then you must really be enjoying this week, because this is our second Shockwave this week. This, of course, is the KBB KO of the little Shockwave that is known to be an accompaniment to Warbotron. This is a guy I've sort of touched on in recent history, kind of, because of this. That's right, this is a trio of KBB KOs. The Grimlock is their Tyrone Cable King that I looked at in episode 660 somewhat recently. And the Optimus is their Combat Commander, who I looked at along with some updates to my custom Earthrise Optimus Prime in episode 683. There is a Megatron that kind of goes with this quartet of KBB KOs, but I think all these kind of come from different things officially. I want to say that the Grimlock comes from Mech Fans Toys, maybe. The Shockwave here is from Warbotron. I don't know if that was its own company or not. Somebody can correct me. And the Optimus is from Generation Toy, which I think is also where the Megatron comes from. I don't think the Optimus and the Megatron were like model kits, but Grimlock was a model kit, and Shockwave was a model kit. See? Model kit. You can see all the pieces here, and then they go together, and they go together, and in the end, we of course have him in his blaster mode, but we also had another bunch of bits and pieces that could serve as like individual accessories for, I don't know, the Combaticons that are used for Warbotron, maybe for Shockwave, I'm not really sure, but they all do go together to give us this, or this big, bad, beautiful monstrosity. Yes, all of this comes apart to be smaller things, like there's a pair of nunchucks in there, there's a couple of daggers in there, a couple of small blasters in there. I assume when it's all together like this, it's supposed to be an extra blaster that could be used by Warbotron. I don't know, maybe the Onslaught that's part of Warbotron would be able to use this, but nevertheless, it's a whole bunch of pieces that give you another big blaster or a bunch of like separate type of accessory things. Like I said, there are a couple of daggers and a couple of blasters, and it's versatile, I suppose, in that it can be used individually or combined. Every single one of them a Shockwave. Every single one of them a different shade of purple. Who knew that there were so many shades of purple and violet and lilac? I know, I certainly didn't. The KBB one is the only one who incorporates orange. Orange is definitely a throwback to his Action Master offering that had an orange blaster and an orange chest. Why orange? I don't know, but this definitely homages the Action Master version of Shockwave, unlike the other three here. Okay, so let's get into grades for this guy. For coloration, he's obviously Action Master Shockwave, but he also has too much gray. His shoulders should not be gray. I'm fine with his hand. I'm even fine with his thighs. No problem there. But the shoulder shouldn't be gray. I wish that they had put a dab of orange paint on his eye, because I believe the eye was orange like the chest and the blaster hand. The silhouette is also quite stylized, but you know that this is Shockwave. I'm gonna say it's 7.5. It's not bad, but it's definitely not quite right either. Okay, so 7.5, not too bad of start, considering that this is a weird homage to begin with. What about the articulation? Well, that's actually pretty good. We do have a head that can go left and right, up and not really down. The shoulders can go all the way around, out to the side. This is a weird sideways elbow hinge. I don't. There's not a bicep swivel. That's a shame. We have an elbow to 90 degrees, let's say. The chest doesn't tab in like Reveal the Shield Jazz. It rests there, but it does not tab in. He does have a waist, which is pretty cool. Leg forward, leg all the way back. Splits out to the side all the way. Knee to 90 degrees. Thigh swivel? Yeah, thigh swivel. Toes, heel, no ankle tilt. Really, the only real gleaming error, I think, in terms of like left out articulation would be, and do the hands rotate? I don't think so. Would be the bicep swivel. I wish that there was a bicep swivel. Such is life. Beggars can't be choosers. I'm going to say overall the articulation is, again, about 7.5. Let's even say 8. Right now the guy's getting a 7.75. The conversion here is pretty simple. We begin by standing the guy up, and then we can, what's the best way to do this, I wonder? I guess the best way to do this is to lay him kind of like this. You'll notice that we have this orange, it's hard plastic, but I guess it's supposed to be like his piece of piping that we always see, that piece of tubing. That should be on the top. And this other orange scope piece should also be on the top. So there's a nice way for us to sort of start. We can open out the chest. Of course, now that has the arms down straight from his body. We can fold in his hand and fold in his blaster on the other side. You take the arm out to the side and you angle down the entire shoulder inside. You do the same over here. You use that sideways elbow to get the arm out to the side, and then you bring the whole shoulder down. The two forearms tab together. That gives you your handle for the blaster mode. You do back it up a little bit, and there are two little pieces here on the elbows that go up over two little circular pegs down there that I can't really see at the moment, but I'll sort it out shortly. Then we can straighten out the legs and fold in the heel and the toe, fold in the heel and the toe, sandwich the legs together, and that's it, baby, boom! In the end we have Shockwave in his blaster mode. And I presume that this is intended to be held by Warbitron, by Bruticus, if you will. It's a fine little Shockwave. It's simple, there's no doubt about it. I like the simplicity of the transformation. The resulting blaster looks like a Shockwave blaster. It's fine, I don't have any problem with it. It's not over-engineered, it's not needlessly complicated. It does what it needs to do. I'm going to say that the transformation is, I'm going to say it's an 8. Overall, the guy is basically a 7.75 to an 8. It's an alright Shockwave. Are there better? Absolutely. But he's kind of a cute little niche Shockwave as it is. If you're a Shockwave fan, then he's definitely one worth adding. If for nothing else, he's a nice little novelty. And here we are once again, and here he is. Like, I guess he's alright. Like, and that's the thing with him. Like, he's alright. He's functional insofar as he does what he has to do. I mean, we do have a waist. I don't think I pointed out that he has a waist, but he has a waist, and you know, the legs can go forward and back, and we do have the tight thigh swivel, and we do have the knees. You know, like he has all that stuff. I wish that there was a bicep swivel. There's not. And I wish the chest locked in, and it doesn't. So, like, it's all right. But even in terms of comparing him with Optimus or Grimlock, he's definitely the weakest out of all three, because I think the Optimus is standout. The Grimlock is quite good, very clever. This guy's just kind of meh. He's sort of all, like, he's fine. He's fine. That's as good as he gets. Perhaps his best life and his best functionality is serving as a blaster for a bigger combined mode. Serving for a blaster for a Bruticus. I don't know. Let me know what you think about this guy. I do like, however, that we have the orange there for a little bit of an Action Master vibe. Fun fact, when I was a lad, the only Shockwave that I owned was the Action Master one, and it worked fine for me for many years. So I kind of respect the orange on this guy. But let me know what you think about this guy. Does he work for you as a Shockwave or not? Do you think he's a nifty little Shockwave or a throwaway? You know, I love to hear from you guys. I appreciate you coming by. Give me some of your very, very valuable time. I know how important it is to you. Please, if you're in a position to help the channel to grow, there is a donate link down in the description. More important than ever, please hit that subscribe button. It's such a help. Don't forget, somehow, some way, each and every day, you do make a difference. Very big difference. Right now, more than ever, I implore you to please make smart choices, man, for you, for your family, for everyone around you. And I look forward, man, to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit, either in the live streams on Thursday nights at the stop motion premieres or the old-fashioned way right here inside the videos.